This is a very instructive example given by Norman about how people tend to blame themselves when something goes wrong, even if it's clearly a design problem. Norman was once asked by a large computer company to evaluate a new product. He spent some time trying it out in various situations, and he notices that when using the keyboard to enter data, it was necessary to distinguish between the return key, which is located with the letters on your keyboard, and the enter key, which is located with the number pad on your keyboard. What was a little alarming was that if you pressed the wrong key by mistake, the last few minutes' work was irrevocably lost. He pointed this out to the designer of the program, saying that he made the error himself several times, and he was sure that other users would make the same error. Now, you get a gold star if you can tell me what the designer's initial reaction was. And I'll give you a hint. If you've ever read a discussion board where people are allowed to ask questions about a particular piece of software, this is a common response to questions, but it's only a response, it's not an answer. Okay, I'll give you 10 seconds to think about this starting from now. Ready? The response I'm talking about is read the fricking manual, RTFM. So the designer starts to explain the different functions of the two keys to Norman. Yes, 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 says Norman. I get that you designed the two keys to have different functions. But most experienced typists don't distinguish those two keys and are likely to use them interchangeably without thinking. Certainly others have had similar problems, he said. But the designer assured him that the software had been used in the company for several months now, and that Norman was the only person who ever made that comment, even though employees were told to report problems with the system. Now, Norman was skeptical about this, so they went to the employees and asked them, "Did you ever hit the return key when you meant to hit enter? And have you ever lost work as a result?" And the employees were like, "Of course, are you kidding? We do that all the time." And the designer said, "But wait, we told you to report problems with the software." The response was telling. When the system stopped working or did something strange, the employees reported it just as they were asked. But when they hit the return key instead of the enter key, they figured it was just their mistake because they were told what to do and they just did the wrong thing. Norman concludes this story by saying that in his experience, human error is often the result of poor design.